They had me and several other guys, and we would go out and we pose as undercover sellers. You know, you got about 4 or 5 guys in one car trying to get the person to buy the rock. It got to a point where I began to watch a lot of corruption, you know, where they was planting drugs, they were beating young black offenders to the ground, they was taking money from them. I told them that it was morally wrong and totally unethical, and I was not going to indulge in that practice. These guys were leaving with thousands of dollars, and I say, you know, you guys, you know better than the ones we just put in the paddy wagon. You guys should be going to jail yourself. They told me to mind my business. I said, what do you mean mind my business? They didn't like me being out there. They was like, hey, you can't work out here anymore. I think I went to bed around about maybe 3:30. Took a shower, went to bed. You know, 60-some cops stormed me at gunpoint, had me and my kids at gunpoint.
Like, are you thinking at this point, I'm being set up, or are you thinking this is a mistake?
No, I'm thinking that this has to be a mistake. Put me in an orange jumper and took me up and put me in the hole. I stayed in the hole for 5 months.
When did you meet with the public defender? What is
he came a few days after, and he says, Ray said I was appointed by the court. I said, these people said that I was trafficking cocaine. I said, that's a lie. He says, Ray, I'm telling you, you're faced with natural life imprisonment. This is the feds. The feds got a 98.8% conviction rate. I refuse to take anything. I won't even take time served. I'd rather go to prison for the rest of my life, because I'm not going to admit to something that I did not do. I'm going to trial, man.
So it's just one guy giving a statement, and they get an indictment for 300 kilos of cocaine or something.
Yes. They lied and said I was on audio tape. When they played the audio tape, they found out that it was the same person who arrested me. This played out during trial.
Okay.
And of course, the jury deliberated. They came back with the not guilty verdict within 30 minutes. This is my department coming at me because I spoke out against corruption within the agency. Matt, they continued with the harassment. They stormed my home a second time.
After you were found not guilty?
After I was found not guilty. They said I was shooting at someone in my backyard. So of course, 60-some, 70-some cops stormed my home, had my house roped off and everything. It's a shame, it's a disgrace. So I take that case to trial. And the judge say, what a victim? We don't have a victim. Did you do a ballistic test? No. Where the bullet casing? We don't have it. He said, so where's the officer that generated this probable cause affidavit? Oh, he no longer worked for the department. He said, well, I tell you what, we go into trial in the next 10 minutes. Within 10 minutes, I was tried by the courts and I was acquitted by the judge.
This is a good judge.
And they tell me they have a warrant for my arrest again.
All right, so what happened with that case?
The prosecutor did a thorough investigation. She threw the case out, no pros.
Tell me you don't live in Broward County anymore.
I do live in Broward. Where I'm going? I normally wake up around about 5:30 to go in my backyard and work out. In the process of me going to work out, I look across the street at the Citgo, and there's either the drug task force or the SWAT team mounting up. When they saw me, they all jumped in the cars and sped down the back street. So I told them, I said, let's go to the front of my yard, man. So when I get to the front of my yard, 60-some cops stormed me at gunpoint, had me and my kids at gunpoint. My kids were 12 and 7 years of age. I think it was my oldest daughter that called my wife and said, hey, mommy, you know, they got daddy here. So I'm asking them question. I said, you know, what is this for? You Ray Hicks? I said, you guys know I'm Ray Hicks, man. What's the problem? We got warrant for your arrest. I said, warrant for who arrest? What did I do? He's like, Ray, calm down. I said, man, Ricky, what you mean calm down, Ricky? You guys got a warrant for my arrest for what? What did I do? So Rob Saw would say, Ray, we're going to suspend you pending the outcome of this case. I'm like, what case? And nobody would tell me. We did a sweep first. We take all the drug dealers off the street. We put them in a paddy wagon. We get out there. Our commander come to us and give us X amount of rocks and money to make transaction with the subjects as they come to purchase the narcotics. What we used to do is we either tip our hat or we'll take the towel off our shoulder, and that gives the indication to backup for them to move in and take the person into custody. So when backup proceed to move in, we'll run away like we had nothing to do with the situation, you know, because that's what most dope boys do.
Yeah, that's what they do, yeah. You're pocketing money. Like you guys are pulling, you know, the other officers are putting money in their own pocket. Yes. They're telling you to mind your own business. To me, it's like, oh, no, like you're including me in the conspiracy. Like if I'm just here knowing about it,
right.
Like, so it is my business.
And that's one of the reasons I told myself, listen, man, I don't get on like that, man. You guys are wrong. You know, this morally wrong and totally unethical what you guys doing. I said, you guys are no different than the ones we just arrested and put in the paddy wagon. You guys should be going downtown yourself.